Head into any bank, insurance company, brokerage. The vast majority of people giving financial advice in Canada only have to meet what's called a suitability standard. It's a product or service suitable for a client, a term that's open to interpretation. This former BMO advisor is one of hundreds of bank employees who tell Go Public they're pressured to sell products that help the bank more than the customer, like high-fee mutual funds.
Would go home and I'll constantly think and question myself that if this was one of my own family members or friends, would I actually tell them to do this?
For instance, if you put $100,000 into a mutual fund and it grows an average 6% a year for 25 years, that nest egg will be worth more than $446,000. But if a financial advisor puts you into a mutual fund with a 2% management fee, half your profit will go to the advisor and fund manager. They don't have to suggest a lower fee fund or even an index fund with minimal fees that historically performs just as well. Consumer advocates say it's time Canada's financial regulators introduce what's called a statutory best interest standard.
Every day that goes by, Canadians are spending much more on fees than they should be spending.
A best interest standard would require anyone giving financial advice to always act in a client's best interest. The UK and Australia have a best interest standard. It's coming to the EU in January. Since 2012, there have been 2 national consultations for provincial regulators and an industry roundtable, but there's still widespread disagreement.
It will deliver to Canadians the kind of financial professional services that they think they're getting now and that they deserve.
Ontario seems to be leading the way. The Ontario Securities Commission supports a best interest standard, as does Ontario's finance minister. But regulators in BC, Alberta and Quebec support the status quo. Erica Johnson, CBC News, Vancouver.
If you have more details about our ongoing investigation on banks or want to go public with a story of your own, get in touch with Erica and her team. Send an email to gopublic@cbcnews.ca.